Hello, we're back again.
Hi, Kyle.
I'm Kyle. Oops, touched the mic. I'm Kyle, and this is Sandra, and we are going to talk about the Patchwork Christmas stocking. Have you seen this?
I have, and I think it is so cute.
It's darling.
Okay.
So first thing I did, which I didn't read all the instructions, and Chris is right, I don't read all the instructions before I start. And so I just took a charm, and I lined them up. And this is 5 by 5. Pretend this is all the same fabric. So I just had my charm pack, and I just came and I cut directly. It's 2.5 inches, which is directly in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you cut them into 4s. And then once you cut them into the 2.5-inch squares,
okay,
then you're going to take your fabrics and you're just going to figure out what looks nice. I try not to put the same colors near each other, but you're just going to You're going to go up 10.
It's scrappy.
Yes, but can you do scrappy? Is yours
not
organized?
Very well?
You can't just pick it out and just put it there.
No,
can you?
I cannot.
No,
I cannot.
Yeah. So all you're going to do is I line them up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And this takes 5 rows of 10. So
okay,
how many is that? You got math.
5 times 10 is 50.
Good job. Good job.
Was I quick enough on that one?
I was very impressed.
Okay, cool.
So you've got 50, and you've got well over 50 or 100 on those. So we're going to, what I wanted to stress on this, see, I got one upside down, is when you sew them all together.
Is there an upside down or a right side
Well,
up?
I didn't want my 2 reds together.
Oh, okay. All right. That was what you mean by upside down.
That's my upside down.
So you made them the same. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I just did 5 rows of 10. 10 squares.
Okay. All right,
so
we got
then
that.
I picked them up, and this is how I normally try and do it, so I remember. I've got them all out here. I got 10 or whatever. And so when I have to move them over to my
Now you're going to chain
sewing.
stitch those together, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Well, why not? Why can't I pick up these 2 and stitch them and these 2 and
You
just
could.
go?
You could.
Okay, cool.
Sandra.
Good.
Sandra.
Wow. Kyle, you're making this harder than it is.
I like it. I like it. I like my way. So what I do, this is how I do it. So I don't get it mixed up because I had to unpick because I got it mixed up. I will pick up from the bottom, stack that on there. So I've got them in the same order that I wanted. Okay, so then I bring this over to my sewing machine and go ahead and show them what you mean by chaining.
Okay, all right, we can do this. I'm
With a 1/4-inch seam.
Yes, 1/4-inch seam.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to take these 2.
Okay, here's my question. See, I can't be the teacher all the time. When you have pinked edges, where do you go in from?
You go in from the edge of the pink.
The pointed edge?
The pinked edge, yes.
Okay.
You go in.
That's
I learned
always
that with the charm pack, that's
good.
exactly what you have to do.
Because some of the edges are straight, because you cut the middle.
Right.
Okay. That's what I've always wanted to ask.
Yep, you go right
Piecing
from...
makes her feel like a boss.
Okay, then I'm going to take the next 2.
But then you have to make sure you get them right.
Well, they're all in a line, Kyle.
Which one is your 3rd one?
This one.
Okay.
This one is, because it's green and it's going to go next to that white one.
Well, I kind of do.
You could put them on, you could put the one that goes next on top. But wait a minute, when you pull...
Or just let it go.
Exactly.
Let it go.
Thank you.
Okay, and you've got that pinked edge right on the 1/4-inch seam.
Exactly.
Okay, do you see how she's doing this? And if it doesn't work out and you have 2 together, we're not going to cry.
Well, excuse me.
Yep, there's 2 reds together. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't, and it's going to make it just as cute.
Yes, yes. Okay.
I'm short one.
Oh.
Give me one more.
Okay,
I don't care what color it is.
Oh, look at you. You're so big. You're such a good girl.
Just
okay, so
give
she's
me
sewing
one.
those together in 5 rows of 10. So then we have all of our rows.
And you've already got them done.
I've got these all sewn together.
Okay.
So what I like to do, because you could use the piecing grids.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. You know, they do have the easy piecing grid, and so you could lay those out. You would need the 2.5-inch one for this one. You'd lay them out there.
Because your squares are 2.5 inches.
Correct. And then you just lay them out there and press them down. That way, too, you could be a lot more finicky about where you put put
yes, because you're laying it all out.
You're going to lay them all
once.
out and see them all at once.
Ooh, good idea.
So easy piecing grid would work really great
Really
on
good.
this
But if you
project.
don't have any, which I did not have any, so I just,
This works
so
good.
what I do is I come in my first row, I'm going to sew all my seams one way or the other. They're all going to go either up towards the top.
We're going to press it.
Press it. Did I say so?
You did so, but I'm going to press.
Okay, so here we are, and we'll lay all 5 rows out. You see how this, all of those, the seam is pressed to the top. Now, magic. She has now pressed all these seams to the bottom. So when we go to line these up, I can come here and I can feel with my fingers.
Yeah.
See how flat that is? If I didn't have it that way, I could have them off. You know, just a few threads make a difference.
Oh, you bet it
but you
does.
you can feel the difference. So you're just going to try and nest those. And this is, I don't pin.
You don't pin?
No.
Depends.
Yes.
Yeah.
On this, since
sometimes
I'm
I do
nesting,
pin, and sometimes I don't. So
yes.
yeah.
This one, they're nesting, so that's really great. And I go fairly slow.
Now, when you just have 2 that nest together, you do okay. But when you've got several that are
Yes.
nesting, that's when I pin.
Whatever you're the most comfortable with.
Exactly.
Yep. You get
Okay,
to do
you can
whatever
either
you want.
pin or you can use clips. Those work too.
Okay, so then we're going to nest those. She's going to sew those.
Oh, I got to do this
Yep,
right.
Yep. The pressure's on you.
I guess it is.
I think this was a big part of what I wanted to teach today because it really does make a difference.
All right.
You don't have to do it that way, but try it because it makes a world of difference.
Oh
when
my
you
gosh,
put-
how did I do?
Let's see.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That is amazing.
Did I do well?
You did.
Awesome.
You get a sticker. So then we come and we've got our 5 rows. Pretend these are the 5 by 10 rows. And in our pattern, we have the stocking
Template.
template.
Oh,
you
cool.
have to tape them together, and it tells you how to line them up.
Okay.
That gray area. So I just taped those together, and then I came. Before you do anything, before you cut it, if you want it quilted, this is when you're going to quilt the outside of your stocking.
Okay, so you quilted it before you cut it. Okay.
Before you
Why?
cut it. Because you want to get all the edges.
No,
You-
no.
you
Why
try-
else?
I don't know.
Doesn't it shrink?
Oh, it shrinks, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a quilter. Yeah,
I know you are.
Yes. So
Wait a minute.
do that because once you cut it out,
It
it's
will
cut.
shrink up a little bit. Now, if you're going to quilt it, are you going to put batting on the back side of it?
Yes, that's what we're doing. So
Okay.
you'll have to get some batting.
Okay.
And you will cut it about the same time. I do it the same time I cut out my top.
So you take your 10 by 5 pieces, you press them well.
Right.
Then you
Yes.
put your batting on the back side of it. You're
And
going to
then-
maybe use a little bit of 505 spray, maybe?
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
To make sure that your batting and your fabric
All
sticks
stay together.
together.
Or you could use pins.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you're going to take this and put this wrong side down onto your batting.
Okay.
Okay? Because you're going to quilt this.
Okay.
Your whole square.
Clear blue tiles?
Clear blue tiles. They
I
are.
love clear blue
Okay,
tiles.
here's another thing that you really need to pay attention. You are cutting both sides.
Oh, you have
so
to
you
make
have
them-
to. So I put this down. Yeah, we'll go on this one. I put that with the pattern right side up, and I cut around it. But I don't want both of mine going the same way.
No.
So you're going to flip this to the wrong side up,
Okay.
because otherwise, your
When you
stockings.
sew them together,
Oh,
your
please go
stocking-
right. Please go right. Yes.
It's going to be right.
Yes. So then you've got your front and your back.
So, Kyle, what about, I noticed that there's some toes on there.
There are. And
Okay.
I'm quilting the toes. I mean, I'm sewing the toes on after you quilt.
After you quilt it. Okay.
After. You have
Okay.
not done your lining at
Perfect.
all because you're going to get the tops quilted. So after it's quilted and I've cut it out to the shape I want, then there is a toe pattern, and it is
A toe
inside
and a heel.
So they are right in the stocking area. So
Okay.
I took and I traced them because I didn't want to cut those out.
And did you use your Caterpillar?
Yes.
Oh, okay, go.
Of course. And
You're
on
right.
these, you're going to put some Heat and Bond Light onto
Or Kimberbell has the peel and stick.
Oh,
Remember when we
yes.
used that?
Yes. Okay, one
So
thing.
either one. Either one of those.
toe.
Heat and bond, pill and stick.
Do you see the shape of the toe? So what I do is I just make sure I've got it going the right way. And so then I'll put my, oh yeah, I'm not good at the centering. So then
I'll keep you on track here.
Thank you. You're the best. Okay. Nope. Okay. So my heat and bond
is on the back
is on that. So I put it on there so I knew where it was. So then
is that fabric or is that felt?
This is felt, and you have drawn the pattern onto this forward and backwards.
Okay.
Okay? Because they're going to have a toe and a heel on both sides.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So then, after you've quilted it, then before you sew them together, you're going to put your toe, I can't ever figure out which way I'm doing, toe and a heel. Okay, so once it's quilted, then you can come and you can applique these on.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
You could use a zigzag stitch. You could use your blanket stitch. You could use a decorative stitch. You could use a straight stitch. You could use anything
you want. So then your outside is all ready to go.
Okay.
So now you're going to come and you're going to grab your lining.
Okay, so it's the same pattern as obviously as the other parts.
And remember to reverse it.
Okay.
Okay? Because you want this to go on here, and then the other one will go on this one. And then the next thing you do, you stitch your lining to the top of your stocking. Okay?
Okay.
Both of them, both sides.
This is the part that I was questioning when I was reading the instructions. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
So then you're going to do that, and then here's your other lining and your other stocking. You're going to do the same thing. So this is all sewn together. That one's all sewn together. On the instructions, they say to leave the opening on the straight side. That's more the straight side than the other one.
Yes, so you want to leave it about right here. And I'd probably leave a good 3
to 4
inches.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, but wait, you have a holder.
I
know. What about your handle?
We got to put the handle on. So I sewed this one all together. I think it was a 3-inch by 5-inch. Okay, so then we got the center seam. So then we're bringing in our side ones and pressing those, and then you've got your fold there. So then you're going to take this over to your machine, and you're going to sew
stitch down both sides.
Either side.
Just
okay?
1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch away from the edge.
And you don't have to worry about stitching the ends because they are going inside.
Inside this part.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have that on before you sew your lining. Sorry about that, I forgot that one. And go down 2-3 inches to get that in there, okay?
So I think the instructions tell you to go down so far, and then you put it into your lining side.
Right, lining side.
Because then when you flip this, it comes out on the outside
and make
like
sure
that.
it's on the straight edge, not the toe edge, because you don't want them hanging like this, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Been there, done that. Okay?